Do you remember the laughter from the classic comedy Are You Being Served? Aired from 1972 to 1985, the series left a deep impression on the audience with its funny and sad situations at Grace Brothers department store. But have you ever wondered what your favorite actors are like now? Join us in looking back at their lives and careers decades after the movie ended to clearly see the changes and continue to immerse yourself in those happy memories. Wendy Richard played Miss Brahms. In 1972, she was 29. Miss Brahms is a young saleswoman in the women's fashion department, famous for her Cockney accent and cheerful personality. She is optimistic and resilient and is always ready to help customers. After Are You Being Served, Wendy Richard continued her acting career and became one of Britain's most famous actors. She is famous for a role as Pauline Fowler in EastEnders. Wendy married 4 times and lived a happy life until death in 2009 at 65.
Not for me, thanks. It's fattening.
Here, dear, have one of these. It's saccharine.
Oh, I didn't know you was on a diet.
Ooh, I have to hold back. I had a dinner party last night.
Side effect I've had has been the ulcerated mouth. You lose your sense of taste, but then even if you could taste something, you can't eat it because your mouth.
Gordon Kaye played Mr. Fortescue. In 1978, he was 37. Mr. Fortescue is a salesperson at Grace Brothers store, known for his humorous and charming personality. He is cheerful and friendly, and is always ready to help others. Gordon Kaye had a rich acting career, not only on TV but also on stage and film. Regarding personal life, Gordon Kaye lived a rather private life and rarely shared about his life. He was not married and had no children, but was always loved by friends and colleagues because of his friendly and humorous personality. Sadly, he passed away in 2017 at 75 due to heart disease.
Lally and Willet's what we did. We chose a member from each floor to be a kind of Parkinson character, you know, the sort of thing. And they introduced each member of the department so they could chat.
Some people in Great Britain, and also some foreign letters, who, who said, you really shouldn't be doing this. And
Molly Sugden played Mrs. Slocombe. In 1972, she was 50 years old. Mrs. Slocombe is a sales manager of the women's fashion department at Grace Brothers store. She is famous for her brightly colored hair that changes with each episode and her humorous stories about her cat. Mrs. Slocombe is strong and decisive and is not afraid to confront anyone. After Are You Being Served, Molly Sugden continued her acting career with many roles in TV and theater films. She married William Moore and had 2 sons. She lived a happy life until death in 2009 at 86.
When they put her in goal. Any road, when we got inside, they were the funniest looking lot of fellas you've ever seen.
Probably when she was 15. And certainly she went there when she only had 1 frill on her blouse. And I think that's partly why she was so...
Debbie Linden played Old Mr. Gray's secretary. In 1981, she was 20 years old. Old Mr. Grace's secretary is the personal secretary of Old Mr. Grace, famous for her beautiful appearance and a gentle personality. She is friendly, likable, and is always ready to help others. She often causes humorous situations and is one of the most popular characters in the series. Debbie Linden had a rich acting career, known for many roles on stage and TV. Sadly, she passed away in 1997, 36, from a drug overdose. She is remembered as a talented and emotional actress.
Who's it going to be then, Mr. Grace?
Stop trying to sway my opinion, then sit down.
Oh, yes, that's very...
I'd rather not see mine to cut off my cuticles.
You're very funny, Mr. Oswald. I watch you all the time on the radio. Great show.
John Inman played Mr. Humphreys. In 1972, he was 37. Mr. Humphreys is a salesman in the men's fashion department, famous for saying "I'm free" and humorous and charming personality. He is cheerful and friendly and is always ready to help customers. After the series ended, John Inman continued his acting career and became one of Britain's most famous comedians. He got married to Ron Lynch and lived a happy life until his death in 2007 at 71 from hepatitis.
She said some people are born with it and some people aren't.
Yeah. What did she say about you?
Well, she said I was definitely born with it. On the other hand, she...
Usually when I give an interview, they say, how did you start? And I say, by giving concerts in the backyard. Right. And I was always the star because it was...
Nicholas Smith played Mr. Rumbold. In 1972, he was 38. Mr. Rumbold is the manager of the men's and women's fashion department at the Grace Brothers store, known by the nickname Jack Ears due to his large ears. He's strict and arrogant, but also very loyal and devoted to his work. After Are You Being Served, Nicholas Smith continued his acting career with many roles in films and TV shows. He got married to Mary Smith and had a daughter. He lived a happy life until his death in 2015 at 81.
The general consensus of opinion is that he should go.
Yes, but how are we going to replace him? Mr. Humphreys, have you got the confidence to step into his shoes?
Oh,
Whatever.
Population 8,500. Then,
more like 12 now, I think.
Huge.
Oh, it's vast.
Yes.
If you drive, you were...
Frank Thornton played Captain Peacock. In 1972, he was 51. Captain Peacock is a sales floor supervisor who is part of his military past and often brags about his war exploits. He is strict, arrogant, but is also very loyal and devoted to his work. After Are You Being Served, Frank Thornton continued his acting career with many roles in films and TV shows. He got married to Beryl Evans and had a daughter. She lived a happy and peaceful life until his death in 2013 at 92.
Seem to have the golden touch this week.
I wish I could say the same for Mr. Granger. He insists on taking every sale for himself, and more often than not fails to complete it. Manager of a clothing store, as far as I remember. It's a long time ago, and I'm a very old man.
Have you enjoyed today?
Oh yes, they're always...
Trevor Bannister played Mr. Lucas. In 1972, he was 38. Mr. Lucas is a young salesman in the men's fashion department, known for his humor, charm, and tendency to cause trouble. He has an optimistic, resilient personality and is always ready to help customers. After Are You Being Served, Trevor continued his acting career with many roles in films and TV shows. He was married twice and had 3 children. He lived a happy life until his death in 2011 at 76 due to heart disease.
What are you talking about? Alexander the Great was only my age when he died, and he was practically ruling the world.
Yes, but could he take an inside leg?
Whether it's an individual writer, in the case of Are You Being Served, where you have 2 writers.
Arthur Brough played Mr. Granger. In 1972, he was 67. Mr. Granger is an elderly salesman in the men's fashion department, famous for being strict and arrogant, but also very loyal and devoted to his work. He has a strict, steadfast personality and always follows the rules. Mr. Granger often causes humorous situations and is one of the most popular characters in the film. Arthur Brough had a rich acting career, famous for many roles on stage and TV. Sadly, he passed away in 1978 at 73 due to heart disease.
That he was what with the sales, and Mrs. Granger hasn't been well. You know, she was terribly upset when Mrs. Dales died.
Tony Simpson played Claude. In 1976, he was 70 years old. Claude is a maintenance worker at the Grace Brothers store, known for his humorous and friendly personality. He has a cheerful and likable personality and is always ready to help everyone. He often causes humorous situations and is one of the most popular characters in the film. Tony Simpson had a rich acting career, known for many roles on stage and TV. Sadly, he passed away in 1983 at 76. Tony is remembered as a talented and passionate actor.
Yes, I was wondering...
We are going on holiday. He wants some beachwear.
Yes, I want some... I want some beachwear.
Robes and...
Arthur English played Mr. Harmon. In 1976, he was 57. Mr. Harmon is a warehouse and maintenance manager at the Grace Brothers store, known for his humor and friendliness. He has a cheerful and likable personality and is always ready to help everyone. He often causes humorous situations and is one of the most popular characters in the series. After Are You Being Served, Arthur English continued his acting career and participated in many films and TV shows. He lived a happy life until his death in 1995 at 75.
Cards, go on.
Yes, you're probably right.
Yeah, well, I'll pay off then. You'll pay off.
Harold Bennett played young Mr. Grace. In 1972, he was 74. Young Mr. Grace is the owner of the Grace Brothers store, famous for his rich, humorous, and sometimes doting personality. He is friendly, likable, and always cares about his employees. Young Mr. Grace often causes humorous situations and is one of the most popular characters in the series. Harold Bennett had a rich acting career, known for many roles on stage and TV. Sadly, he passed away in 1981 at 82 due to heart disease. He is remembered as a talented and emotional actor.
Threw it on the floor and jumped on it.
And then deal with it yourself, Mr. Rumbold. Jumping on pieces of paper doesn't sound very serious.
Kenneth Waller played old Mr. Henry Grace. In 1981, he was 54. Old Mr. Henry Grace is the new owner of the Grace Brothers store, famous for his rich, humorous, and sometimes doting personality. He's friendly, likable, and always cares about his employees. He often causes humorous situations and is one of the most popular characters in the series. Kenneth Waller had a rich acting career, known for many roles on stage and TV. Sadly, he passed away in 2000 at 72 due to heart disease. He is remembered as a talented and emotional actor.
Now, have you decided which young lady is going to sit on your knee, Mr. Grace?
It's hard to decide.
I bet he's been awake all morning thinking about it.
This is going to make a splendid...
What is your favorite character in Are You Being Served, and what do you think when some actors have passed away? Leave your comments below this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell to wait for my next videos. Thank you.